Welcome back. Welcome back. Once again, we're going to get this channel lifted up off the ground one way or another. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah. I'm not here for the YouTube plaques. Where we at? We are, oh my gosh. I don't want nobody to recognize this place and start running up on me. Central Park. Just imagine. Look at this. It's like colonizing Mars out here. Colonies are going up. Yeah, we're here. Central Park. Just gonna give a little backdrop. Found native rock. So I'm over here upon native rock. But yeah, sun's going down. It's about that time. We're looking at like 5:30 on a Monday. So everybody's trying to, get out of here, get their way home, and yeah, put Monday away, put it in the books. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video like any other video. Oh my God, and just something that I was kind of, I don't want to say confronted with, but I'm watching a lady with her dog. So of course, we're Central Park. People bring the doggies here. But yeah, it was funny. I shared a video that I had made before, and on a particular group that it's actually an expat group, and yeah, and I felt that the expat group, the video that I made kind of is in reference to, I feel like there might be a takeaway, there might be understanding, there might be camaraderie, there might be likeliness, or whatever. So that's why I felt like sharing the video. But it's funny that somebody had commented something, and they said he needs to stop complaining, and whatever. And I just think it's funny because what may seem like somebody complaining to someone just because they're voicing themselves, or speaking on a truth that they're experiencing to give light to something, or something that's happening that to be able to change it or whatever. But just to say blatantly, like, oh, he needs to stop complaining, it's kind of funny because it's gotten to the point where anybody that opens their mouth is seen as a complainer. Martin Luther King, complaining, like, you know what I mean? It just seems like that's where we're at. Like, it could be said about anybody. So I'm just saying, what people don't understand is that some people that say, hey, you need to stop complaining. When I lift my voice, believe it or not, yeah, there are those that will take somebody's shining light and try to, let's just say, diffuse it or whatever, and then always go after people that shine a light, if that makes sense. But also, you have to understand that when somebody thinks that they got it all, and really they're just in the dark, So when somebody is shining light for them, that's not the person, or that you want to say, hey, you you need to quit complaining. Um, yeah, because at the end of the day, there are so many people in place, and there are people that are using the closest people to you against you and to keep you down. So yeah, and I understand, like, sometimes you can't talk about things in certain in certain situations because of retaliation. And retaliation and silencing is real, and it happens every day, and it's part of the system that we're all in. And some people are conformed to the system because they've been picked to be benefited. And I can't even sit here and, you know, I'm not even going to be mad because your position is, we're all being used. We're all being used as pawns. So whether you know it or not, you're being used as a pawn. And I understand everybody has to eat. So I'm not here to bash nobody. But just know, when somebody stands up and is a beam of light, is a voice, they don't need a spotlight from a major network, you know what I mean, to be like, oh, he's going to make change for me. Change, and it comes individually. I can't touch 100 million people, but the way that a news broadcaster picks, and the whole system, they didn't get there on their own. And even if they tell you the breakdown of how they got there, that's still not how they got there. You know what I mean? But yeah, anybody could be called a complainer. So yeah, it's just one of those things that, if that's what it's going to be, then you know what? I absolutely will complain. I absolutely will complain. I absolutely will voice my opinion. I absolutely will criticize wrongdoing, and yeah, and I'm not here to pick and go after a particular person or whatever. But it's also, when somebody does say something, that's not even an individual's opinion. That it speaks to the broader, the broader norm, if I'm using those words correctly. So yeah, and the norm, and being subdued, it's not working. And when you think it's working for you, it's not going to work in the long run. And yeah, everybody should stand up to, especially on a platform like, I know censorship and stuff like that, but like, on a platform, to express yourself and to tell somebody, like, quit complaining. um yeah, no, 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 no. That's telling me to lay down and die. And yeah, some, you might have a hard time, but it really is true. And you might even contemplate, giving up. But, like, I mean, if you really make it through those hard difficult storms, um, yeah, I mean, it's just a cycle. It's a cycle of day and night that, everybody needs those breaks to blow off steam, recollect themselves, and yeah, regroup, and and face the world again. So yeah. But it's kind of funny. You don't really realize things that have been said when you were, at a certain age. Some people might get it before others, but yeah. I'm not even going to get into those. I'm not even going to. I would have to write them down beforehand. Yeah, yeah. I would have to write them down. And I see a lot of the way it's going is to get a whiteboard. You're like, get a whiteboard, have them written down, and then we'll go through them together. Right now, it's not happening unless I start writing on these rocks. Unless I start writing on these rocks, like the pictograms. Oh my God, I said that word wrong. You know what I mean? The hands. Remember they did all this? They saw it in the caves. But yeah. I never really liked going into Central Park, so I'm kind of like on the outskirts here because I'm always making sure I got my exit plan. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not too far for when I can skedaddle out of here. Yeah, I was watching this lady with her dog. Um, I know that tree's kind of blocking. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that at the end of the day, I, you know what I mean? Like, it's really easy to like crawl back into like a shell and just, and not really feel that, that your voice matters or whatever. But, yeah, all those things that you've heard and all those things, some of them do ring true. Like find your tribe, and or if you know what I mean, like what will come to you, like gravitate towards you or whatever. But but yeah, it's just one of those things. Like there's too many powers in place to like literally there are too many powers in position that are literally there to keep us down. So to tell somebody oh yeah, like, oh yeah, quit complaining or whatever, all I hear is lay down and subdue, you know what I mean? And there's no way, there's no way, honestly. It's one of those things. On my worst day, I'm not going to lay down for anybody. On my worst day, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. It might have been simple for a person to say that, and also you're projecting it. You're projecting that out there. And in this time that we're in, where social media is where people like go to find whatever their answers or whatever the case may be, nobody even has to like or engage with that comment, but it is seen. So even when things are seen, and it's like a billboard, you know what I mean? You don't have to like subscribe to that in a way, but you still see it. It might give an imprint in your mind. So that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things that, yeah, that's what you're putting out in the world about, yeah, don't complain, get your hand out, and or wherever you're placed, and that's it. And you know what? That's what we got here. That's absolutely what we got here. And that's what's gonna keep the system going. And you know what? The system has to go on because the system is powered by people. People have to get up, gotta eat. Their kids have to go to school while they work, and all that. And it's a system we're in. I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, break the system. Oh, come on now, it's the whole human layers to that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, so anybody out there that when somebody tells you that don't complain, be quiet, things like that, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. And yeah, that's just one of those things. Yeah, and I'm not even like coming at it in like a vicious way or whatever, but yeah, it's just one of those things that what you put out there, believe it or not, it'll come back to affect you. Maybe you're not in a predicament where you have to raise your voice or you have to speak out about something, and it's not even like a karma thing, because I'm not one to like I don't need to do that. We all are in this life, and nobody is immune to anything happening to them, whether they play it the safest they can. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, I'm taking a little bit of the park here, and just something to keep in mind, that if you can't always speak out, I get it, and it there are other avenues. If you have to walk in silence and regroup, and that's something that it's okay to do that. But yeah, always, always for what's right. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna look at this right here, closing out. Yeah, this oh, that's I guess some kind of residence behind me. But over here we have, oh my, where's my arm? Yeah, over here, Billionaires Row. Look at it. There'll be highway to heaven. Yeah, right. Elevator to hell. Yeah. But anyways, checking out live from Central Park, New York City. Yeah. Don't let anybody make you or tell you that you have to lay down and subdue. Yeah. Take a break, reset, regroup, and come again. Yeah. And you know what? When you can't, I don't want to tell something, and then sometimes don't waste your time trying to prove it. You get what I mean? So you don't have to waste your time trying to prove anything to anybody. So you know what I mean? Keep it moving and do what works for you. And yeah, more power to everybody out there that is facing against the resistance. Yeah. So Central Park, Audi.